Welcome to my channel where every story hides a deeper truth. Some stories will inspire you, some will break your heart, and some will change the way you see people forever. So stay till the end because every detail matters.
People used to joke that my father never lifted a finger. At every family gathering, my uncles laughed about it. "Your dad is the laziest man alive," they would say. And honestly, when I was younger, I believed them. I never saw him fixing cars, carrying heavy grocery bags, or helping neighbors paint their houses. While other fathers worked overtime or showed off their strength, my father spent most evenings sitting quietly on our old balcony with a cup of tea in his hand. As a child, I felt embarrassed. One afternoon at school, my teacher asked us to describe our heroes. My classmates proudly talked about fathers who were soldiers, businessmen, and athletes. When my turn came, I stayed silent, because I didn't know what to say about a man who never lifted a finger. That night, my father noticed I was upset. He gently asked, "What happened at school today?" "Nothing," I muttered, "but fathers always know." After a long silence, I finally said, "People think you're lazy." He looked at me for a few seconds and smiled softly. "Do you think so too?" I didn't answer. Instead of getting angry, he nodded slowly and said, "Come with me tomorrow morning." The next day, he woke me up before sunrise. I was annoyed and sleepy, but I followed him outside. We walked through empty streets until we reached a small apartment building on the other side of town. He knocked on the first door. An elderly woman opened it with watery eyes. "You came," she whispered with relief. My father handed her a paper bag full of groceries. Then we visited another house. A single mother opened the door. My father quietly gave her an envelope. Next stop was an old mechanic shop where my father paid for a teenager's school books. House after house, street after street, I watched strangers smile the moment they saw him. Some hugged him. Some cried. Some simply said, "Thank you for not forgetting us." I was confused. On our way home, I finally asked, "Why do you help all these people?" My father looked ahead and replied, "Because years ago, someone helped me when nobody else did." That was the first time he told me about his childhood. He grew up extremely poor. Some nights, he slept hungry. At 14, he worked at a factory during the day and studied at night. One winter, he became sick and almost died because he couldn't afford medicine. A stranger paid for his treatment. "He saved my life," my father said quietly. "And he asked for only one thing in return." "What was it?" I asked. My father smiled. He said, "When life becomes kind to you, become kind to someone else." Suddenly, everything made sense. My father wasn't lazy. He worked from home as an accountant, often late into the night while I slept. The money he saved didn't go toward expensive clothes or fancy cars. It went to people who needed hope. But he never told anyone. Not even family. That evening, I sat beside him on the balcony for the first time in years. The same balcony I once hated. Cars moved below us while the sunset painted the sky orange. Why didn't you ever defend yourself when people called you lazy? I asked. He took a slow sip of tea. Because good people don't waste time proving themselves to others. Those words stayed with me forever. Years later, after I graduated and got my first salary, I asked my father for advice about success. He said something I'll never forget. Success isn't about how loud your achievements are. It's about how many lives become easier because you existed. Today, whenever someone judges another person too quickly, I remember my father. The man everyone mocked for never lifting a finger. The same man who quietly carried entire families on his shoulders without anyone noticing.
Every story leaves behind a lesson. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next story.